Middle menacing. That's how you say it in Ojibwe.
Say it in Odawa. Can you say it in Odawa?
Well, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Some words are pretty similar.
What about Potawatomi?
Same thing, actually.
What's going on today? How are things?
Well, it's a break from being outside today, so I'm all inside today. It's been really good, I guess. I get a break from physical exhaustion from the heat from the past few days. Yeah. There is money coming in at the moment. On what we're doing in our community is we're using it for food and also for the border security to hire people to monitor the border. So that's where the money that we got so far, that's where it's going in our community. And it could be different in other communities. That's just our community, what we're doing with ours right now.
Hey, can we talk about Wiki or Wiikwemkoong? It's a big piece of land on Manitoulin Island, right?
Yeah, we're on the eastern part of Manitoulin Island. And, there's it's like I live at an intersection, and one of the intersections in Wiikwemkoong on the outskirts. And I still see a lot of traffic going by ever since we're told to stay home, but I still see a lot of traffic, about 5 cars in 5 minutes possibly,
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
more. Yeah.
I was telling you earlier on that we were up there. I guess it was last. Well, when's the powwow at Wiki? Is that early August, first weekend?
Yeah, the first weekend in August. That's
Okay.
when it is. This year, it's there was an announcement made by the organization, the Wiikwemkoong Heritage Organization, and yeah, they made an announcement last week that they're gonna postpone it till next year, 2021. But they also said to keep a lookout because they might do some small activities possibly, or maybe they'll be online. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do yet, but they might do some cultural stuff. So
You know,
kind of looking forward to it to see what they're planning or what the announcement is for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a 60th anniversary. It was going to be a really big powwow. There was going to be 60 days leading up to that powwow where every day there was going to be a cultural workshop that was going to happen for the 60 days. So every day, and then the Bodge was planning to be involved too to do some and storytelling workshops. And but yeah, we're there's no mention of us yet hopping on board if that's going to be like a virtual thing.
Let's. I'm gonna pull back here because I'm our viewers and listeners. I think from what Jack and I learned right from the time we got up to Tobermory and onto the Chichimon and headed over to Manitoulin Island. We learned a lot of stuff as we were going. We'd never been, Jack and I, across this land, like from coast to coast.
Yeah.
Lots of places between. I think when he was a kid, maybe he went there with his parents. We love to camp. I love to travel. Lots of road. Never been. So, we were learning stuff as we went. The size of Manitoulin Island, one of the largest, if not the largest, freshwater island in the world. It's in Lake Huron, Georgian Bay. Let's place it there, I guess is good.
Yeah, that's the area. They say it's
Yeah.
Georgian Bay. I usually say Georgian Bay, and yeah, it's pretty big. My son lives on the other side of the island in Jibahas. Thing it takes about 2+ hours to get there. It's a really beautiful place. I take it for granted actually, because a lot of people mention it's so beautiful here, but Yeah, I don't see it because I live here, I guess. But I try to use my eyes and my body to feel what this fresh air feels like on Manitoulin Island, especially when you go to all the different beaches and lakes. It's pretty impressive.
It's
Um,
huge. Six First Nations on the island of varying sizes. So you got
mhm.
Wiki are the biggest, and by far about 7,000 people maybe who are there. I guess is that about the population?
Yeah, it's roughly between four to 5,000 that will be living here, and about another 4 or 5,000 that live off reserve.
Got it. Okay.
We're one of the first um, unceded territories that are recognized by the government. I think we might be the only one that's recognized. I know there's many others in Canada, but I know we're one of them that are recognized as an unceded territory.
What are you hearing from your chief and band council about the pandemic and the money that is coming in needs to get in to Wiki? What's going on there?
Yeah, just like what I said earlier, there's no actually updates on the newer money that's coming in. Like, I know they have their chief and council meetings, and they have to do that through Zoom also. But the last time they had a meeting was maybe I think last week, and I haven't heard anything about the new money. But it was just in regards to focusing on food, getting food. We have our high school, Wasiapan High School. That's where they ship all the food, and there's a lot of different organizations that participate. Wiikwemkoong organizations that participate in sorting out food for communities, and I believe they said 300 households are delivered once a week in Wiikwemkoong. I'm one of them actually, because I have a big family. So, and we're connected with a family center here because of my young one. And yeah, so we get stuff once a week, mostly dried goods, and we also get Vulture also to shop at the local grocery store at Andy's, and that's $75. I think we get, yeah, $75 we get because they can't ship like fresh produce, not very often, or like meats or dairy products, things like that. So that's a good help right there in
Yeah.
regards to that stuff.
And Ashley, I was noticing that in the announcement about the money that, that was recognized that food costs are going up.
Yeah.
Ashley, when I mentioned, when you talk about a border control at Wiki, I'm trying to picture what it looks like. I know that, oh gosh, for the past 10, 11 weeks, we've heard that First Nations across the country have implemented this kind of control to get in and out of the community. Can you paint us a picture? What does it look like at Wiki on Manitoulin?
There's usually two securities there. One would monitor the situation, take some notes. The other one would come close to me with like an iPad and just ask who I am and where I'm going. And then I believe they have a list of people that are leaving or have permission to leave. So that's the exiting part. And they was just say, okay, have a good day. And then you just go on through. When you exit, there's actually also the tribal police are there also now too with the security. There's always one tribal police officer with their cruiser or vehicle there when you enter. So they added that there because there was people actually just going right through and they go shop at the other local Fresh Mart in the next town in Manitowabi. So they had to implement the tribal police there also, at least one car. And then when you're entering, that's when they do the questionnaire. So you stop to take your license plate. They'll ask all the questionnaires about COVID-19, if you interacted with anybody or do you know anybody, and did you leave Manitoulin Island? That was a common question too. So they're always emphasizing that. Did you leave Manitoulin Island? And then, yeah, you just take my name, phone number, and then, yeah, you're on your way. So I still feel safe. I don't feel worried. Always washing my hands, cleaning myself, and things like that. And I always encourage my family to do that. And even when we come in and enter, like if Amanda goes, she tries to pick up groceries because they're a lot cheaper over there, like fresh fruit. It's the best when you get it over there. But yeah, she wipes everything down when she gets home. She does it in the back door. She wipes everything down.
When you mentioned the big complex, Andy's, I think Jack and I might have stopped there for some lunch, maybe to gas up. Is the whole operation at Andy's open?
The whole operation is open, and it's actually really busy at the end of the month. That's when people get their money coming in, and everything's open there. They are closed on Sundays, and they are have shorter hours. Everything's closed at 5 p.m. now, so it gives all the workers a break because they're always trying to hire new people, because we have a big community, and that's the main store to get everything that we have. And right now they just implemented speed shopping, so they hire extra workers at the end of the month to help you shop, so you're not just scrolling and looking around. I waited about 45 minutes one time, I guess, in the line outside, 6 feet apart.
Tell me about your bling.
Oh, this one?
The bling in the blanket. I want to know about the bling in the blanket. Yeah.
Well, this medallion here was it was gifted to me just this spring. It has the 7 colors in there. That's a representation of the 7 values. That's love, honor, respect, trust, truth, compassion, patience. And then it has these little white things in there. It looks kind of funny, like no one could really figure out what that is. But what that is the 4 axes. And it's these are at the petroglyphs, Peterborough petroglyphs. And Sonny Ozabana, our cultural teacher, he teaches us about the foundation teachings and the petroglyphs. So what these are, the 4 axes. The first one is everyone should learn how to plant. And then the second one is everyone should learn how to build. And then the third one is everyone should learn how to harvest. And then everyone should learn how to hunt. So if everyone could imply these and learn these 4 teachings, we wouldn't have to rely on Andy's and standing in the line for 45 minutes. So Samantha Brent, who works with us, she learned how to do beading here. She's from St. Catharines, Ontario, and she started off maybe about 4 years ago now. But she was in the WOOF program, and she joined the student animator program at the Bodmajig. But now she's the graphic designer. So she made this for me. She just started beading it, and what happened was she said, "This is for Ashlee. This is for Ashlee." So I don't know. I guess it's for me, because I always share the importance about the 4 axes.
Talk to me about the blanket.
This blanket here, it's a baby blanket. So what it has on there, it has lots of triangles and stuff like that. So most of the stuff that Sonny teaches and what we live by, the living teachings, is diamonds, we call them. They're like triangles. So I'm reminded about the triangle teachings. When I see red, I'm reminded about love, like your hat. When I see orange, I'm reminded of honor. So I'm constantly, when I see colors, when I make more conscious awareness of it, I'm reminded about the 7 values. And that's what we use at the Bodmajig, and practice living the teachings personally also. And yeah, just using them to try to become a better person as much as possible. But yeah, this blanket I got, we traded it for a Justin Bieber medallion that was made for my daughter. We had one, and my daughter didn't want it anymore, so we traded that medallion that had Justin Bieber on it for this blanket. Can you see it?
Yeah, Ashlee, I can see it, but I don't care because it's not a Red Sox hat. So if it's not a Red Sox hat,
it's there somewhere maybe. I
Okay.
haven't decided what I'm gonna put there yet.
Or the Boston Bruins, the B would be good too. The other B. What are you noticing around the community when it comes to people wanting to just flex their muscles, stretch their wings to do something? What are you noticing from like your kids out to their friends, out to your friends, and your relatives?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty distant. You don't see you see individuals that we have the Thunderbird Park where the powwow is. You see more people walking. You see a lot of people pairing up and biking. You see a lot of people running now. So there's a lot of people who are yeah, they must have, everyone has time now to get out there and do those simple things like walking. But I also did notice like side by sides, quads going by, fishing boats going by constantly. So
Does that concern you, or
it
does it look
doesn't.
safe?
Yeah, it doesn't really concern me as much if because everyone's just staying here, right? So uh, we still feel pretty safe. So I think it's okay. I know my my wife's mother comes here every day, and my wife's sister, she comes here every day. But I know teenagers, they still like to get out. I still believe they're getting out and coming together, and yeah, doing their thing. I think everything's gonna be canceled for physical theater, like to be live. That yeah, that's I don't think it's gonna
You
happen.
mentioned something aside from Indians and Cottagers that you're not a part of. Something about, was there another theater production about treaties that you were going to be involved with?
Yeah, we wanted to do a new creation in regards to treaties because usually there's a gathering that happens every year in regards to treaties, and an organizer asked us if we could do live performance based on treaties, but we got a lot of like facts and just information like that, just constant facts about dates and times and things like that. But we wanted to actually find stories, like stories on that parts, or who has stories based on when that happened, or who passed down stories about people leaving to sign these treaties, or what happened before the treaty signed, and what were the stories back then. We're always trying to look for a different aspect to create instead of just putting it more factual storyline. But yeah, it's not happening. It might happen next year possibly. But the Bodge is actually we're moving forward on virtual planning on different mediums with media.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's what happened.
And when you say Debaj, that's a DEBAJ. That's the cultural center at Wiki. So that's the heartbeat, the nerve center of things to do with the arts and culture. Debaj. And by the way, just so you know, I'm looking you up on Facebook right now,
Oh, go ahead.
and I see something about Ashlee Manitowabi has tickets for Chase the Ace.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you are you a card player?
Chase the Ace is a volunteer group that I started with a hockey group because all my kids play hockey. And I started with the volunteer group. So there's a group of 6 of us now. And we did about 5 different raffles so far in the past two years. And the biggest one went up to $1.5 million prize money on the raffle.
Wow. So wait a minute. Was somebody declared a winner?
Yeah, my cousin in Alberta. I sold her the ticket.
Jack and I were, and Cooper the dog. We wanted to go back. Maybe not camp at Lighthouse, but maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe try a new spot. But for sure, we were looking at the 1st of August to time it with the big powwow, and man, that's huge. I mean, we've been to powwows elsewhere, like in Bemidji, Minnesota, which is pretty big.
Mhm.
Yours just rocks, and I mean, I loved a lot of the food vending kiosks that were outside of the grounds, including using the same corporate colors as Subway with the same kind of font, I guess is what lettering is called. And it was, instead of Subway, it was Ojibwe, and I thought that was great. So, but now we don't know if there will be a loosening of restrictions that we can go in August. I'm going to put you on the spot. You had to make a prediction. Do you think we'll be able to go and visit you in August? Yes or no?
Did I mention that I'm a magician also? I do birthday parties, conferences, things like that. I'd say probably no.
Well then,
But you could virtually check out the Bajamajic storytellers when they do their live stuff in August.
this is your opportunity to plug it. So do you have a website?
Yeah, it's www.debaj.ca is our website. And we also have Facebook. It's the Bajamajic storytellers.
Okay. And in inimitable Zoom fashion, you froze. So I'm going to repeat it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just we need my yellow box to go on and Ashlee's yellow box to stay off. So I'm going to say debaj.ca. That's D like Don, E, B like Bob, A, J.ca. And my director Jack just went like this, and I don't know what that means. So that's right, debaj.ca, where we can learn more about what's going on the Reds. That's great. Okay, so we can't see you this summer, you, Mr. Magician, but what about it? I don't know, like what's your prediction for Christmas, December? There's no damn way we're coming to see you in December, but no damn way, December, but in case.
Yeah, I already start thinking about shopping online now. Well, what I was going to decide is you guys are welcome. We have a beautiful back lot under the cedar trees where you could pitch your tent next year, 2021, Powwow weekend.
I'm there.
Good?
I'm there, man. Jack and I are there. Can we bring the dog?
Yeah, just as long as he doesn't chase chickens and they're well trained.
You know what? I guess Cooper's staying home. Hey, do you want Ashlee? Before we go, do you want to say hi to the Beebs? I mean, I know you're a big fan of Justin.
Oh, hello, Justin Bieber there. My daughter really enjoyed you, and then something happened. I don't know what happened, but I heard you, Justin, play hockey, and maybe you'd make a shout out to Wiikwemkoong hockey players, encourage those young female athletes to create more hockey, more professional hockey girls out there.
You're the best, man. That's great. Ashlee, take care. We'll be in touch.
All right, Bama P. Kwame.